Three Guys in Three Cities, the number 3 at Instagram.com.
It's a special edition of Three Guys and
You want a little waka waka? Come on back to the private room. They suck.
You don't suck, Andy. You really don't. You're just lacking what it takes. All right, we are off and running. Welcome to Three Guys and Three Cities. My name is Allan Fee, coming to you live from Bellingham, Washington, about 100 miles north of Seattle. There's Andy Holtgreive, who's coming to you live from Grand Rapids, Michigan. And, of course, Josh Flagner right there from the CLE, Cleveland, Ohio, where it's always Cleveland versus the world. I got to give you a shout out here, Josh, and I gave the entire city of Cleveland a shout out on my sports show. You can tell I just literally got off the air. I have a sports show in the afternoon in here in the Northwest in Bellingham, and I was talking about Cleveland, and everyone was talking about, well, come on, we just beat Cleveland. What's the big deal with Cleveland? I'm like, you don't understand what you just said. Take it back, because it's Cleveland versus the world, and you don't want Cleveland against you.
No, we're angry at everybody all the time, especially if you're talking about football and Browns fans.
Yeah.
If the Mariners beat the Guardians, fine. If Seattle ever gets a basketball team again and the Supersonics are a thing, by the way, I would love. I'm not just making fun of you because you don't have a basketball team. Although, I would. That's a thing you could make fun of you about, but I would never do that. If you beat the Cavaliers, totally fine. I understand. But you don't mess with us when it comes to the Browns. That's it. It's over.
No, you don't. Absolutely you don't. And I gave a lot of shout outs there. And Andy, for you, I did mention Michigan as well, because I was talking hockey, and the Kraken are struggling a little bit. But I talked about the great days when I lived in St. Louis. And of course, I was in Grand Rapids as well. Just talking about the days of Stevie Yzerman and the Red Wings and Original Six hockey. And that's some of my best memories, being able to go to Joe Louis Arena and see a hockey game. That's a foreign concept to people from out here. They're like, you went where and what? If you know, you know.
Yeah, and Joe Louis is no longer an arena anymore. Yeah. They tore it down. It's very sad.
I was just there. I was just there where it isn't. And
what do you mean you were just there? You didn't tell me you were in Michigan?
I went to the wedding that you didn't attend because you didn't get the invite.
Because I didn't get invited. Oh, remind me, I got to text Jeff.
Yeah,
I was
get
just
together.
there. That was
he
months
threw that
ago.
in my face. Whatever. You didn't mention the Lions on your sports radio network show thing?
Again, I notice how I'm being kind, especially after what happened last week. I could bring up the Lions and bring up that win that Seattle had in Detroit in overtime against your team that was supposed to be improved. Whatevs. I was going to go there, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to go soft and kind because it is the Christmas season this week.
And I'm
Merry
sure your
Christmas.
wife is very grateful too. All right.
Yeah,
sorry.
she's very grateful that he's gone soft.
Yeah,
and kind.
Is she? That's happened years ago. But, again, can we leave my family out of this week? Because last week, again, unpacking that and knowing that that's floating out there in the podcast universe, not fun. Not fun.
Sorry.
All right. So you guys are good. You're all obviously we're recording this here on the 20th of December, and Christmas is just a handful of days away. You guys are in the Christmas spirit. I know Josh has been because as soon as they released Christmas Ale or Christmas Crack in Cleveland, he's been celebrating.
You know what? You're right. I've been celebrating a long time, but this year and a lot recently, it's not been the Great Lakes Christmas Ale. It's Thirsty Dog 12 Dogs of Christmas is the go-to. It's very good this year.
Wow, I hear you, dog. See what I did there?
No, come on. You can't.
Woof, woof. You
can't be that cool.
Woof.
I hear you, dog.
You know what? You know why I'm using the term dog? I finally watched that Netflix special on quarterbacks, and it's got Mahomes in it, and he calls everybody dog. If you want a great drinking game for when you're drinking this Three Dogs Christmas Ale, watch that series. It's a Netflix special on quarterbacks. It's got Kirk Cousins, it's got Mariota, and it's got Mahomes. Every time Mahomes says dog, drink. All right, you'll have a big night.
why do you think that show starts with Patrick Mahomes, who's I mean, incredible, best quarterback in the game right now, will at some point, I think, be in the conversation of best quarterback ever if he continues on this trajectory. And then Kirk Cousins and Marcus Mariota, like, no offense to Kirk Cousins or Marcus Mariota, who are both very much better at football and throwing and lots of other things, earning money, than I will ever be. But did everyone else say no?
Maybe.
Thanks. Good. I appreciate how much you're contributing to that content.
Well, I'm trying to come up with some kind of cheap shot for you because I'm surprised there's plenty of ex-Browns quarterbacks who are available for the job. I mean, I could go down that path if you'd like. I could. I could take a shot at Andy and say, hey, maybe they can get Goff.
Yeah.
Goff.
Hey, dude, don't get up, Goff. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna make it happen, and the dream's gonna come true.
See, and this is why Andy is in a band and doesn't have a sports show.
Yeah.
This is Andy. What you just did right there is the equivalent of me breaking into song right now.
I'm trying to hang. You guys are talking all sportsy, and you're dropping all these names. But hey, isn't that Patrick Mahomes? Isn't that Taylor Swift's boyfriend?
No. He knows that. Brittany Mahomes is the wife of Patrick, and she is now BFFs with Taylor. It's Travis Kelce.
Oh, that's right, Travis Kelce.
Number 87. He's a tight end, and the Swifties have embraced him into the Taylor Nation.
All right, so I'll ask a legit question. Do you guys think that Kelce's performance has gone down since Taylor's been attending games?
Now, well, which performance are you speaking? Are you talking about
football, specifically
okay.
football? Yes,
football.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So football-wise, I think he's been doing all right. I think that the Chiefs are missing their star receiver who went to Miami. That's how
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek. Well, I think he's now Reek as well. If you're in the know, Reek. Yeah. So that's the thing. But Andy, you don't care about this, and let's not spend any more time on it. And since we're kind of compartmentalizing the topics here, and each one of us gets a topic before we leave, and I have a hard out tonight, maybe
I thought you were soft and nice.
That's a different thing. But why don't you go ahead and start the banterment, Andy? What would you like to discuss here on Three Guys in Three Cities?
If you had one Christmas tradition you could get rid of, be done with it, and don't have to worry about it ever again, which one would it be?
Well, I have an answer to that question right off the bat, and it's a great question, Andy, and thanks for asking. Here's the thing. I wouldn't necessarily get rid of it. I would alter it. I think fruitcakes can be used as a ball in a turkey bowl. I think that is what they should do. I think the fruitcake is durable, especially in colder temperatures. And I think that, because let's be honest, nobody eats the fruitcake. Nobody eats the fruitcake. So why not use it for something? And I think if you think of the size of a good football, if you could carve out maybe an indentation where you could grip the fruitcake, and again, it's got to be played in colder areas. I think Michigan is fine. I think Ohio is fine for these fruitcakes, but it will give us an outlet to use the fruitcake more efficiently.
Did you just call me a fruitcake?
No, I thought it, but I didn't call you that. Josh, what is your Christmas tradition that you would get rid of?
Yeah. Hang on, because I have an unpopular one probably, and I'm sure everyone will think they know what I'm going to say, but I've got to ask you. We really, for Ray, we really did not. We were like, let's not tell each other what our topics are going to be, so it's a surprise. You really had that fruitcake thing teed up? Did like Andy text you on the side?
No,
You've been thinking about fruitcake that hard.
Well, again, I've been thinking about this a lot. It's the Christmas season, and I've been thinking about all the great traditions that we do have. And it's tough, especially now that our daughter's gone. We're empty nesters. You got to come up with new traditions. And
Is fruitcake even a thing though? Like, do people get you fruitcake still? Because I got to be honest, I haven't seen like an unironic fruitcake in
Yeah.
the wild
yeah,
in a
and this is
decade.
again, and I appreciate you teeing that up for me. I'll tell you why. It's because they're stuck at your grandma's house and they're tucked away somewhere, hardening and aging. And this is an opportunity to retrieve those and use them in turkey bowls. And I think turkey bowls should be played not necessarily on Thanksgiving. I think it should take place the weekend of Thanksgiving. We played our turkey bowl this year on the Sunday following Thanksgiving. We thought it was a great opportunity. And again, I think that's when the Christmas season kicks in. It's an opportunity to say, hey, you know what? It's the Christmas season, joy to the world. Let's go to grandma and get that fruitcake out of her house so it doesn't end up on a table somewhere for serving. And I think that it's an opportunity there.
I have this vision of Allan at the end of the turkey bowl, like a camera pans over to Allan sitting crisscross applesauce in the end zone, gnawing on the fruitcake at the end of the game, like a victory munch.
Well, again, if we're going to go down that
Victory
path,
munch.
and Andy, I really appreciate you bringing that side of the story up, because what you can do that, this is somewhat, you might remember like on Thanksgiving when John Madden would have the turducken, and they would get the turkey leg, the turducken, of course, with the duck inside the turkey. And you could take the turkey leg right off, and then you could eat it. Well, the fruitcake is similar to that situation, but I don't think
you take the fruitcake leg right off, and you chomp on it like you're a caveman.
Right, but you don't want to harm a turkey just for having something to toss around during a turkey bowl. That would be wasteful. But I mean, if you're going to sacrifice a turkey, you might as well put it on the table there and enjoy it that way. Josh, your Christmas tradition that you would get rid of?
Gifts for adults.
Ah, interesting.
Well,
right,
what about immediate family there?
No, especially immediate family. Like, I would be way more likely to send you a gift if I came across, maybe a Seattle Supersonics antique memorabilia poster, because that stuff doesn't exist anymore because you don't have the Sonics. But
again,
if it did,
this is why there's 3 guys in 3 cities. I'll represent Seattle if you don't mind. And there's a great, and feel free to get on the Googler and look up Simply Seattle. Simply Seattle is a merchandise store that is Simply Seattle. They have Sonics merchandise like there's an active team. What's going to happen once the deal gets made for the NBA at the end of the season going into the summer, they're going to approve the Sonics and they're going to approve an NBA team in Las Vegas. That's going to happen. Seattle has never given up on the Sonics, even a little bit. If you walked in and you didn't know that the Sonics didn't currently exist, and you walked into these stores, you'd be, oh my gosh, they brought them back.
So before I explain my gifting opinion, I just have a really quick question for you, Allan.
Yeah, please.
Simply Seattle. What 2 radio stations are you on again? A quick answer too, not one of your long ones.
Cafe 104.1, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, and then
Right.
1170 KPUG, the sports station, Northwest Sports.
I gotta write those down. KP. I really have to pretend like I'm paying attention to that. Does Simply Seattle have you signed a deal with Simply Seattle, the radio stations, to talk
No.
about them, to plug them?
No,
Are they
not-
giving you money in any way?
Not at all. Not even a little
Okay.
bit.
Have you signed anything with them, like for 3 Guys in 3 Cities? Like, are they lining our pockets in any way?
Not even a little bit. No, they're not.
All right, so don't ever say their name again. All right, we'll just get that
All right.
get that
Can
right
we
off.
go back to, are you going to answer Andy's question? Because you can use your time any which way you want to, but I think you're
No,
digging into
I'm
Andy's
trying
time.
to answer your question,
Andy-
but
Andy is
I've
finding-
had to address.
You haven't had to address anything. Andy
I've had
finally
to
puts-
address your issues.
Andy finally puts a couple sentences together and give him his time. Give him an answer.
No, this is absolutely one of Andy's best podcasts. He's laughing a lot, not saying a lot of words. This is perfect.
I can't
So-
talk about trying to put a couple of sentences together. Allan's like, that's
He's
my
asking me
God.
questions. He's asking
No,
me the
he's
questions.
He's
asked me that.
not. Oh my
I'm-
God!
I'm not
You're like
talking.
feeling. You ever heard of the pregnant pause?
Okay.
Let's play the silent game, Alan. Ready?
Okay.
The first one to say 1, 2, 3.
Okay, go.
Okay, no, see? Exactly, right there. Good grief.
Anyway, so what I was saying is, you buy a gift for an adult, you buy a gift for a friend or a spouse or a significant other or whatever. Like, I totally get all that.
Or both.
But I can't afford both. Somebody's just getting stocking stuffers. But like when you've got a brother and a brother-in-law and some aunts and uncles and a couple of and then a bunch of kids, and all the kids get stuff, and like, how many years in a row are you just gonna continue to trade the same $25 golf gift card with your brother-in-law? Like, it doesn't. All you're doing is throwing 20 or 25 or 50, or Alan, you're wealthy, I don't know, $100, $200, whatever you fancy people give each other gifts at. Like, that's all you're doing, is you're just giving them something that they were going to do anyway. And by the way, you're probably going to end up at the same tea time golfing together anyway. So let's just cut all of that out. Give gifts to kids, and we'll be fine. Like, we could buy each other a beer someday over dinner.
Well, so first off, what I'm hearing you say, Josh, is you're not sending me a Christmas gift. Is that correct? I just want to clarify that we're not exchanging. Should I take back everything I got you guys?
Oh, no. You know what? It's in the, I UPS'd it, but I did it through work. So like, I'll
Okay.
get the tracking number down. It'll
All
be,
right.
I'll send it to you.
Perfect. Secondly, I would say, just to kind of counter that, I would say that, that exchange of $25 or $100 in Alan's case is you're contributing to the economy. I mean, you're really helping the economy go, right? You're creating cash flow in merchant exchange. So I would say that it's an important consideration. However, I do think that it should be more gift giving towards the kids. And what I would suggest is what we've done as a family, and that's where we either exchange names, so you're only getting one adult gift amongst the larger people, and you're just kind of exchanging that, or you do a couple's gift where you're just getting the same gift for each couple, and like an ornament or a dish to pass, something like that, and call it a day.
When you were like, when you mentioned just like one gift for larger people, are you discriminating against like skinny people in that case? Because like, if it's larger people, I'm getting a lot of gifts, but there are some people who wouldn't be.
I think skinny people have had far too many gifts. Most of the gifts that they receive fit them, and I think the larger people deserve to have gifts given to them in XX and XXX. That, yeah, I do. I think we need to bring the double and XXX, market back in and activate it and get people engaged. That's just my personal opinion.
What we should do to support that is rebrand this podcast as 3 Guys 7 Chins.
Wait a minute. What's the math on that? Wait. Let's see. That's 6 chins. Who are you giving the extra chin to, you bastard?
We'll let the viewers vote.
Oh,
Josh
great.
has a beard. Yeah,
my God.
It definitely would be me today.
See, I think on the show, I think I'm the biggest tub of lard, but I think Andy's face is fat. And see, again, I think if it came down to just BMI and all of the things, I think if I rolled an ankle standing next to Andy, I'd still hurt him.
Oh,
and I think in Andy's face, if we did glamour shots, I can make myself look thinner. I don't think you can hide things. I think you have kids that can live in those chins.
well, first of all, I'm the only one that doesn't have facial hair. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm just putting it out there. I'm living raw. I'm living real.
That's a choice, though.
That is a choice. It is.
Is it though?
It's a choice.
Is it really? Does the guy who sings about the Muppets, can he even grow facial hair?
I could grow facial hair. Do we want to have a contest? We want to have a facial hair contest?
And now,
who can go the longest without shaving?
Yeah. What next week's podcast? Now that we're visual, watch our hair grow for 40 minutes. It's gonna be epic. Epic, I
You-
tell you.
Fee is right though. He's got this ability in selfies, usually at one of those radio stations. Wait, Cafe 1041 or K-Pug. What are the numbers again?
Yeah, thanks. It's 11:70 a.m.
11, an AM channel. Wow, radios
Wow.
don't get
Well,
those.
It's also on 97.9 FM. I just don't like the signal over on the FM side.
You do have
Alan's
an
old
uncanny
school.
ability though. He takes these selfies and he makes himself. You really do look thin. Like sometimes I suspect that it's not a camera angle. I suspect that it's like you're putting makeup on your bald head to like kind of make
See,
a
here we
make
go.
a streamline.
Here we go. Here we go.
What?
Here we
It's
go.
all about deflection.
It's all about
You can get the
deflecting.
light to refract off his bald head. It then pulls away from his body, and
You
it
know.
actually creates this slimming vortex right down the center.
And that's what it is. It's all the shadows also. I'm a human eclipse is what I am.
I just wanted to get you in the right frame of mind for whatever you have in hard out at 3 minutes.
Yeah. Oh my God. It is a hard out then. All right. So I mean, what else? We're almost wrapping up already.
Do you want to know what my
Andy-
tradition is?
Yes.
We should probably get there since it was
Yeah.
your topic.
Yeah.
This
You
is the
know-
tradition you want to get rid of, though, right?
Yeah, although
Is
it's
it the
kind of changed for
podcast?
me. You know what tradition? Wednesday nights with you mothers.
That's right.
Merry Christmas. No, it's the Elf on the Shelf, man. It's been worse in the past, but so I basically have two families, right? I got a 19, 17, 14, and I have a 6-year-old. So the magic is back and it's alive. And the Elf on the Shelf, it just takes effort. Now this year I've put in 0 effort. Now my older kids will be putting in that effort, but it's still kind of this thing that you're just like, it's just kind of.
Can I tell
Wrong.
you something terrible? You want to know what wrong is?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what wrong is. And I didn't realize I was going to have literally a hard out. But here's the thing. I have seen pictures of an Elf on the Shelf, and it's very timely, taking Barbie from behind. I've seen it. I saw it this week on Instagram.
Wait, was it real?
It was graphic. It was an Elf on the Shelf, and it was a Barbie doll, and Barbie was she was
You know
Talk
what?
about a hard out.
I'm just gonna lay out here and let you describe this. I'm gonna hit mute and just go ahead.
I'm going to be done. I'm at my hard out. Is the podcast ending, or am I gone and this is going to go on?
No, you're gone, and then I'll say goodbye to Andy. It'll only be a second, I promise.
I can't wait to hear how that ends without me here. I can't believe I just ended on that note. I can't believe that we even made it
You know
through
what?
last week.
All right, I'll give you your heart out. That's
I don't
my
want it.
fault.
I don't
That was
want it.
bad production.
No, I'm taking a hard
No,
out.
I'm gonna play the. I'm gonna
Just
play
me.
the. I'm
No,
gonna play
don't
the
do it.
music.
Don't do it.
No.
Don't do it.
I'm
No,
playing
no,
the
no.
music.
I don't.
No.
Hey,
No.
If
No,
Alan
no.
can't,
I'm playing the
if
music.
Alan can't do a hard out, Alan, it's okay. It happens to everybody.
Oh, he's gone. He left.
That was his
I didn't
hard
think he
out.
was actually gonna do it.
He did. He's got dinner plans.
So that's it. I mean, follow 3 Guys in 3 Cities on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm still gonna call it Twitter until Elon Musk sues me. At 3 Guys 3 Cities, the number 3. You got a song for it, Andy?
Well, we're 3 guys and 3 cities. We are not so pretty. We do a podcast for you, but you don't know, you don't know, you don't know.